Hello there, welcome to Spirit and You. My name is Debbie and welcome Aquarius. Welcome to your February 2019 general reading. And so what I've done for you Aquarius is I've got 8 cards lined up here and also a spirit animal guide card, which I'll chat to you about at the end. First of all, I'd like to say happy birthday for those of you that are having a birthday. Many happy returns of the day. And we'll start off your reading with the first card that you've got, which is the 6 of Swords. So I'm going to show you that there. Can you see that okay? Yeah, you got that. Okay. So this is your day-to-day routine. This is what you do in your day. And these are swords, and so what they've done is they've all fallen down, and right above here, as you can see, is the horizon, looking rather beautiful and looking rather splendid. So what it's saying is that there is light at the end of the tunnel and the horizon is bright. But in the meantime, it might be that you've been spending some time recently, maybe during the course of January or very, very recently, you've been spending a lot of time thinking. Lots of thinking, lots of conversation, lots of mulling things over, it might be actually worrying a little bit. And so this card says, well, actually, there isn't any need for you to continue to do that because these swords have all fallen down now. They've kind of dissipated, they've gone. So the stuff that you had on your mind, the things that were maybe keeping you up at night or just had a propensity to just keep at you and keep sort of in you and on you, and you know, they felt rather distracting, have actually gone now, and the horizon is lovely and bright, hence that lovely rainbow feeling and that anything is possible. And what I'm drawn to the rainbow aspect with children. So if you had any children or grandchildren, you know, the idea of the unicorn and the rainbow being rather fanciful and fun. And so it lifts your mood, it makes things lighter, because if you have been spending some time overthinking, you know, or you've got a job where it's an awful lot of brain work needed, brain work, you know, just a lot of mental work, a lot of thinking and writing and drawing and concentrating and data and stuff, it might have just got a bit heavy for you and you've felt a little bit bogged down, a bit foggy with it. Well, this card is now saying, look at the horizon. Let's forget about all that. Let's just leave all that stuff and let it just fall down so that we can get on with what's really important and not spend too much time thinking. Now, naturally, if we're in a situation where it's required that we are mentally alert, that we've got this clarity and we've got this attention to detail and this eye for detail and this intellect and we need it, then great, that's what you do and you do it really well. But the card is also saying to you, don't forget that we've got to lighten up a little bit. Great to have all that mental ability and clarity and to get a good job done and pay attention to the detail, but we've also got to see the lighter side because it can all get a bit serious and a bit heavy. So this lovely rainbow would invite you to look at the horizon and look at the possibilities. That's how you would start off, okay? So it wants you to lighten up. And then moving on very slightly, we have the 2 of Wands. So lovely colours here, very similar to the colours of the rainbow here. So we're tying in with energy and lightness and movement and not taking anything too seriously. This is travelling. Now this is travelling in both forms, and for you it's going to be that you are just so ready to take a break. It could be that it's been heavy, this whole stuff. And just generally, and you just want to take a break, and you might be going on a train, on a track and travelling and going to some destination, or you may be flying and going to where it's warm because that would suit you because you have a tendency to feel the cold. Well, some of you will be feeling the cold and be really looking forward to a getaway. But this is also about you driving yourself forward in your desires, in your dreams, in what matters to you on a financial basis, on a passionate basis. So, you know, you can bring work into it very easily because it's driven and it's desires. You can also bring in a relationship that you're passionate about and a situation that you're in with another person, because there's 2 here, and I'm just looking down, and 2 just is kind of relevant to you and how people perceive you and how you want them to see you, and where you see, more importantly, where you see yourself going, and you see yourself driving forward with your plans and your goals and your desires. You want to get on, you want to make things happen, and that's literally whatever you're passionate about, be it work, be it your relationship, or be it both. And look at those lovely colours, look at the energy of this card. So that shows that you've got the ability, you've actually got a lot of ability. And I'm drawn to the fact that there's so much ability in you, so much creative ability, that it might be that you haven't tapped into all that you can do yet. Because I'm being drawn down, this card is kind of looking down like this at your animal spirit card, which my intention was to do at the end of the reading, but they're kind of bouncing off each other at the moment, and they're looking at each other, and it wants to come in. Untapped potential ties me into this. Can you? There you are. Ties me into. It says snake on there. It's your ability. Let me put this card down a moment because it just wants me to concentrate. Sorry, I thought I dropped a card, then I haven't. Wants me to concentrate on the snake card. This is your creativity, your charisma, and your creative element. And there's an aspect of you that has not been tapped into, and it wants to be awakened. And it's probably, I'm not saying you're not creative, quite the contrary, you totally are. But I think there's something in there. This card is drawing you into, well, what is it? What is it that drives us? What's the force? What's that other aspect of us that feels like it's asleep, that's dormant, that needs waking up? This potential, this charismatic personality aspect, creative, artistic side of you that wants to come out. It's very, very spiritual. And that's why this card was kind of looking down like this. Honestly, at this. Where are you going? It's something that can't wait. This won't wait. This won't wait. We're going somewhere. I don't think we're done with that card because it's very, very strong. Talking about we're going somewhere, and that sort of spirituality, that unawakened element of you, which is extremely spiritual, by the way. Interesting. But the next card that you get is the Mother of Cups. This is a very psychic card, and it does tie in with your snake, with your untapped potential. This is a card saying, well, you've got it. It's also a mother. So this will mean in lots of ways. This literally could be you being a mother. It could be, you don't have to be a woman to be a mother. It could be a male being very motherly, very nurturing to his family, to the lady he's with, to the person he's with, to the children that are around him. There's a nurturing feel here. There's an emotional element. So it could be that in the relationship that you're in, you're very emotionally attached. There's a lot there's a lot about the relationship that means something to you, and you're very nurturing with it. And then on the psychic level, it just shows that because it wants to look down at the snake, and because it feels in tandem, it feels joined some way with this untapped potential, it's all about you realising your potential. And I think you probably need to maybe broaden your horizons. Perhaps that ties in with the, let me just get this card out for you, maybe it ties in with the horizon here about broadening. In fact, I think if we brought, just bear with me a moment, if we brought all three in, can you see what I'm trying to say here? Horizon, broadening, psychic ability, and untapped potential, and this won't wait. So that's kind of what you've got going on at the moment. So there's an element of you here as being a mother. There's an element, could be that it's about your mother, that you're very attached to your mother, you've got a very strong bond with your mother, or you've just got this, as a mother, you're very connected with your family and with what you do. So that could be connected certainly work-wise as well, but it's a deep connection, so it ties in the emotion. I'm connected to this, you know, I'm invested in this. Very psychic card. Interesting for you. So this is kind of like the second week now, and then we've got the Nine of Cups, so we've got two cups then, so the Mother of Cups as well. So we know that we're working on a deeper level. You know, we're coming out of here, which we had with the swords to start with, that sort of overthinking. We've come out of that awareness, and we're coming to the heart now, which is a good centre to work from. Great to have clarity, but we don't want to spend too much time in our head because it is just clutter. and we need to be down here, this sort of level coming from this area, better for us. And so because of that, you get the 9 of Cups. But the 9 of Cups is interesting because it's a form of celebration. It's a feel-good factor card, and loads of emotion around it, and lots of hilarity, and being jovial, and just generally enjoying yourself, keeping a balance, of course, because this card can sometimes mean that we could just be excessive. We can go from I feel very detached to I'm so into you, you know, that kind of thing, that sort of, and it's finding the middle ground. But I like it because the energy feels quite level to me with this and for you. So there's a sense of fun and creativity and the courage to express yourself. Also, what I'm getting from this card as well is, for some of you, there will be you studying at a very deep level, you diving in and delving in and turning the pages of a book and really studying something or somebody quite intensely. So again, find the balance. Don't do anything to excess, but great form of studying and great form of travelling. And the travelling is a thing, because you're travelling here as well. You are travelling, you're going, and you could be travelling on a train, travelling on the big bird, you're flying somewhere, or you're travelling in your mind, and this would do the same. Studying, travelling in your mind, or that sense of I'm just going to take this break that I've waited for, and I've planned for it for 9 months, and now I've got enough money and I'm off. It's that kind of thing. This card keeps wanting to come out saying, don't forget that there's no time like the present, and we can't waste time, and this won't wait. This won't wait. Then, going into the 3rd week, okay? So there you are with your Justice card. So Justice. Now, with this card, I'm feeling the earth element. Interesting. And I'm also feeling the air element, because it brings up Libra. So it could be that there's somebody around you that is an air sign. There could be a male or a female, somebody at work, somebody in your life, but you feel rather connected to them, because look at the tails, they're connecting. Now, it's easy for you to stand alone and to work on your own. You're very good at it. There are situations where you need to be in some form of union, where you need a partnership, where you need a relationship, where you need a communicative aspect. So you need to be talking with somebody. Also, this Justice card could mean for some of you that if there's anything contractual, any agreements coming up, that they will go in your favour, because it's the Justice card, so the balance is right. A little bit like talking about the balance here, having lots of fun, things going well, but keeping a balance. And this is all about balance, and they are horizontal to each other. So there's a level that needs to be kept and maintained here. But anything contractual going in your favour, as I say, could be an air sign as well, could be somebody with that sort of propensity, that level of, also they're very gentle, this person. If it is the way it's making me feel, then there's a real gentle, connected, sort of luxurious side to them. They like beautiful things. Well, you like beautiful things as well. So this could be you just connected with somebody on a really sort of soul level, which is very nice for you. And then, because we're still into the 3rd week now, we do have the 7 of Wands. Now, when I just talked about you sort of doing things on your own but needing a union or a connection, you can't be totally detached. You can't be, because you tend to be a bit of a soul player, and it's a soul player in both respects, by the way, coming from your soul, because of the lovely humility and humanity that you have inside of you, and also that, you know, you can stand alone. So you could be a sole proprietor as well. You very comfortably be working on your own, self-employed, running a business, or head of a team, that kind of thing. You're good at that. That detachment that you've got in this particular card stands you in good stead, because it shows a leadership quality, and it shows that thing that's in you that needs to come out. These ones have fallen down by the wayside here, but they've only fallen down to allow you forward. They're still there. They're still there. And it's about your passion, your dreams, your desires, your goals. It's about what you want to do with your life. Work, yeah, definitely. And also in a relationship. It's you needing to make sure that you've got everything in its place. Now, I can stand alone. It's nice to be in a relationship as well, though. So it's you leading from the front, and it's also you being able to steer your own course in lots of ways. I like the illumination aspect here, because what that's done is it's come away from this card here at the very beginning, the 6, of you being in your head, you know, with all that stuff that's fallen down, thank goodness. Notice how the 2 cards have the same thing. You've got the ones that have just fallen down on the side here as well as the swords doing the same thing. So here we have a lovely illumination of you just having some clarity and standing alone and being sure of yourself. So that fire in your belly, as I was looking at the card then rather than at you, I was just studying the card. I like you standing there and doing your thing and doing it really, really well. When you go into the 4th week, you've got the Mother of Pentacles here. Now, Pentacles are always about finances, they're about our material world, they're about the stuff that we need to kind of make the home and to pay the bills and all of those things. But we've got another mother here, so 2 mothers. So this mother aspect is strong, so there'll be a few of you that are mothers for sure, that have a mother around them and are nurturing with your children and looking after those that are very important to you and dear to you. It also, when you get this card as well, there's something very nice about the finances of this, because as I mentioned about perhaps you being self-employed or, you know, working alone at times and managing on your own, this shows a level of maturity and a level of, I mean, some of you might even be solvent because it's got that feel, this card, but there's a real earthy feel to it and a real understanding of money and who you are as a person, male or female, where you've kind of arrived at the work that you've done, maybe even the physical work that you've done to get you to this place where there's enough money in the bank, or I'm getting there, or it's just that you've travelled and you've arrived with, after all of the studying and all the things that you've put into your life so far, there's a level of money coming through now, which is really, really good. So this dear aspect here sat there with her young one, is you being able to look at a situation and understand exactly where you need to go with it, and that the finances are getting better, which is great. This is exactly what you need. So things are moving forward for you and money is feeling rather special. Going into the 4th week, 1, 2, 3, this was the 4th week, the end of the 4th week, I beg your pardon. You've now got, let's have a look, so you've got the 6, yeah, so you've got 2 6s here. So your 6 at the beginning, which is your 6 of swords there, and then you've got your 6 of wands, you see, and they were like this. So they're looking at each other. You start and you finish. Interesting. So if you put this, I'm very interested in the fact that this conjures up the otherworldly aspect to me and brings in your spirit animal card again. And I'm going to just pop it up there for you to see this aspect of the life force that's within you. Okay, the untapped element. It feels otherworldly to me, and these 2 cards, all 3, the first 6 and the second 6 and this card here, are all, can I just get the other 6 for you, are all tying in to this otherworldly humanitarian humility that you've got, this working with other people, this working on a much grander scale, on a broader scale. It's very strong, the connection with you, which is, you know, real credit to you as well, because it's a fantastic quality to have. And so what is beautiful about this now is this lovely butterfly here, which means transformation. I'm sure you're aware, you know, those stages of the butterfly, and these ones here that are just down there they are. These are your goals, your dreams, your desires, your determination. Again, it's that drive, it's what I want. This feels like you, it's a little bit like the maturity here with the mother. It's the ability to have got to a certain point now and to have been able to transform the situation, to be so financially, maybe for some of you really financially sorted, and others it's always been that important that you got to that point where things were where you wanted them to be. You've transformed all of that. You've made that happen. And during the course of the month, as you're working through it, as this sort of wanting to travel, that nurturing yourself, the psychic ability that you've got, that tapping into something else that's inside of you that, you know, is saying to you, there's no time like the present. Don't waste any more time. It won't wait. Well, this card says you haven't. You've transformed it. And it's about what's important to you. So it could well be finances, that they're very important, that you've got this level and something else that you're projecting out, or a project that you're in is coming to fruition. Or it could be this inner relationship, that you've transformed the situation from where it was a little bit difficult in the beginning because there was a lot of time spent in your head, to getting the foundations right. And the passion's been brought back. You feel passionate about the relationship, and you also feel passionate about the project that you're in, because, or the project that you're involved with. So for you, in order to be able to not be detached, you need to feel engaged and passionate. And this says that you'll get your passion and your drive back as you go through this month, because you've got this lovely 9 here, which is a great form of celebration and emotions being really good. You've got your lovely 7 of Wands here. You've got wands again, so you've got 1, 2, 3 wands here. So the wands are strong, the desire, getting that oomph back again, getting you feeling better after maybe January not being particularly fabulous, or even 2018 being all right, but gosh, it could have been better. Well, these transformations that you're going to make will ensure that, because you've got that ability to do it. Because of the Mother of Cups here, the psychic ability side of it, and then of course this won't wait, this untapped potential, this charisma, this knowing time to make a stand, that kind of thing. Because of that, you know, you're going to reach your potential. So there's something that you've got inside of you. It might be that you're really aware what this is. You think, I know what she's talking about. It's what I've been planning. It's what I've been waiting for. And it's coming. I'm glad that it's coming, because it feels like it is, because it's unravelling and it wants to come out. Very good. Very positive. And it doesn't want to wait. It might be something that's kind of like percolating inside of you. You've got this new idea, or you've got something that you just want to show the world, or you're in this relationship and you're just going to open it right up and say, right, we've put our cards on the table, we've expressed ourselves, now let's get on with the doing, and on with the loving, and on with the sharing, and on with that lovely humanitarian side of you that you've got. Lovely spread for you. A lot of it will rest with you, but because there's this strong mother, earthly and also psychic ability in you, it's like you've got your bases covered. It feels like that. It feels like you're really going to control it, because you're going to be able to stand alone if you need to. So that's you being you. I'm feeling good about this. I hope you do too. Aquarius, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, it would be lovely if you liked. Even more special if you subscribed. As you know, I'm trying to get the subscriptions up. We're on 100 and something now. I can't imagine what it must feel like to be 1,000, and I hope that when I get there, you know, we can have a celebration of some kind. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Have a really good February. I will see you in March. I am doing some weekly videos. They're just a couple of cards. I just pull them in the morning. Sometimes I'm in my crystal room here, but I normally do them down in the dining room, and I just put a couple of cards up, and we're just looking at the energy, which is a bit of fun. So maybe you want to hop over. If you subscribe, you'll get the notification. Anyway, less of me, more of you. Enjoy yourself. I hope it's fabulous. Take very good care of yourself. Thank you for watching. Bye. I'll see you soon. Bye.